Good evening everyone. Myself Ananya Sanha and I am going to explain you all on the topic singular points. There exist curves with points at each of which the tangent to the curves crosses the curve. These points are referred as singular points. If two or more branches of the same curve pass through a given point, then it is known as multiple points. And if the tangent to the curve at a given point crosses the curve, in that immediate neighborhood of the point, the curve lies on the either side of tangent. Then it is known as point of inflection. A multiple point is also known as double point if only two branches of a curve pass through it. Classification of double points. Let P be a double point on a curve. Then three cases will rise. First, the tangent at P are real and distinct. In that case, the point P is called a node. Second, the tangents at P are real and coincident. In that case, the point P is known as cusp. Third, the tangents at P are imaginary. In such a case, the point P is said to be a conjugate point. And in the figure given below, you can easily see a node, cusp, and a conjugate point. Tangents at the origin. If the origin is a double point on a curve, we can easily find out the nature of double point, whether it is a node, cusp, or a conjugate point. What we have to do is to know the equation of the tangent to the curve at the origin. If a curve passes through the origin, then the equation of tangent to the curve at the origin is obtained by equating to 0 the terms of the lowest degree in the equation of the curve. When origin is a double point. When it is a double point on the curve, the equation of tangent at the origin is obtained by preceding article, which is given by the rule of the form ax square plus 2hxy plus by whole square equals to 0. The tangent at the origin will be real, distinct, coincident, imaginary as according to the value of h square. If h square is greater than, equal to, or less than, then only we can decide it is a real, distinct, or coincident. The origin will thus be a node if h square is greater than ab, a cusp if h square is equal to ab, and a conjugate point if h square is less than ab. A case also arises in which the origin turns out to be conjugate point even if h square is equals to ab. Classification of cusps. A cusp is called single or double according as the curve lies only on one or both sides of the normal at a cusp. A single cusp is then subdivided into following types. The species of first type, which is known as keratoid cusp, and the species of second type, which is known as rhamphoid cusp. At a single cusp of first species, the two branches of a curve lie on opposite sides of the tangent at the cusp, whereas at double cusp, the species may change for two sides of cusp. In such a case, the double cusp is known as point of Oskal inflection. And here are the figure of single cusp of first species, double cusp of first species, double cusp of second species, and the mixed species, which is also known as point of Oskal inflection. Now, how to determine the nature of cusp? Here we proceed as follows. Since the origin is a cusp, the equation of the curve can be written as ax plus by whole square plus third and higher degree term, which will be equal to 0. This is our first equation. The equation of tangent at the origin is ax square plus by square, which will be equal to 0. That is, the two coincident tangent at the origin are given by ax square plus by equals to 0. The distance of a point given by x comma y on the curve from the tangent ax plus by equals to 0 is ax plus by divided by under root a square plus by b square, which will be equal to a constant, let's say k1. Since the value of k1 is proportional to x, ax plus by, we will simply write as ax plus by equals to k. This will be our second equation. Then we will eliminate y or x between first and second equation. Thus we will obtain an equation given k in terms of x or y. Since we have to know the behavior of curve near the origin, we will only consider the small value of x or y. We will neglect the terms like k cube and k to the power 4 in comparison with k square. Note, if a cusp lies at some other point, let's say alpha and beta, we'll transfer it to the origin alpha and beta and proceed as the above. And here is the example in which we have shown to find the position and nature of a double point of the curve. Concavity and convexity of polar curves. A curve is concave at a point P with respect to the pole if P increases with respect to R, that is, if the differentiation of P with respect to R is greater than 0. A curve is convex at a point P with respect to the pole if P decreases as R increases, which means if differentiation of P with respect to R is less than 0, and a point of inflection will occur if the differentiation of P with respect to R will be equal to 0. And since it is a point of inflection, we will get the equation r square plus 2 dr by d theta whole square minus r double differentiation of dr by d theta, which will be equal to 0, which is a necessary condition for a point r and theta to be a point of inflection. And here is the example which is showing to find out the value of x for which the curve of the given equation is concave upwards. Thank you so much for watching my video till the end.